Please use the raised hand function in the participants tab to ask a question. Coach, would you like to begin with an opening statement?
Sure. It was a lot of work from the administration and our staff and everybody to be able to have this game happen. And so we are thrilled to have the opportunity. It was really neat for our guys. It's certainly been challenging on the road, but I'm really proud of the way everybody stuck together, and I'm sure appreciative of, again, the administration, my staff, North Carolina A&T for being able to get this thing done. And the game itself was, kind of ebbs and flows. We started out, I thought we played pretty well. We made a few shots, and then we got in a little bit of a rut and took a little bit of time to get out of that rut. Second half, I thought we did a nice job having a game plan, explaining the game plan, but more importantly, the guys did a nice job executing our game plan, really attacking inside first against the zone. I thought that unit of the first 5 guys, they were fantastic about sharing the basketball, moving themselves against the zone, making the easy plays, and that got us going. And then I was excited to see the bench guys. I thought they played well and contributed throughout the second half. So good win for us, and maybe more important than anything, appreciative that we had a chance to play the game, and excited to be able to take a step forward.
Okay, any questions for Coach? Let's start with RJ Abadia. Go ahead, RJ.
Hey, Coach, I'm just curious, in that 6-minute stretch to end the first half, if anything really stood out about the offensive struggles and just your overall view of the offense through 4 games at this point.
Yeah, in that stretch, I mean, obviously the shots weren't going in. The reality, too, is some of those shots were pretty darn good shots. They were open looks with good shooters that we wanted to have happen, but the process maybe wasn't followed exactly properly of getting the basketball inside and attacking inside first. I think in the second half, one of the big keys was we added a little bit more movement to our offense against the zone, and some nice simple plays were being made. Look, the offense is a work in progress. I mean, it's a process to be able to get to where we want to go. We've had a variety of guys out, since the beginning of the season, really, and getting everybody to mesh and getting in the flow of the game. It's going to take some time. Having said that, there were definitely some positives to take away for today, especially the assists. 19 assists is exactly what we want to do. We kept the turnovers down some, but look, the offense is going to take some time, and I think our defense right now is awfully good. I didn't think in the Indiana game we executed exactly what we wanted, but guys are playing hard, executing the defensive end, and now we got to hurry up and get the offense streamlined so we are as efficient as the defensive end.
We're always asking you about pushing the ball up, but I'm kind of wondering, how important is the pace of passing on your possessions in terms of success and failure?
Yeah, one of the phrases that we use is 0.5, half a second. We want our guys to be able to, when they have the basketball, move the basketball in 0.5. We don't want to hold it. With the pace is crucial. Not only the pace of the passing and getting it out of your hands, but the pace of our cuts. And it's certainly been an emphasis in what we've been doing, since Asheville, really. I mean, before Asheville as well, but since then, we've really emphasized the organization of our offense and then also the pace of our cuts and the pace of the ball movement.
Thank you.
Okay, next question will be from Grant Avalon. Go ahead, Grant.
You were able to try a lot of different lineups today, given the score and the way the game played out. And you've kind of done that through the first 4 games. Who today off the bench has really stood out to you and might be able to earn more minutes?
Yeah, I mean, there's mistakes are made, but for the most part, all the guys did some nice things. Michael O'Connell, I thought, gave us some good minutes with some organization leadership. I think Noah brings a different dynamic to our team, and I think is certainly making an argument to be able to be out there more. Brandon Angel was fantastic. Obviously, offensively, Max made a few shots there, and I thought he gave great effort. So I don't know that I have anybody off the bench right now that's just guaranteeing themselves 20 minutes, but I also think that we have a bunch of guys in a bunch of different roles that can contribute.
Also, you saw a lot of zone defense today, which you haven't seen a lot of before this. How is just kind of your first take on the way that you were able to attack it?
Second half, I thought it was great. In the first half, in the beginning of the first half, once they played the zone, I thought we got a couple good looks and did some nice things. And then we got a little bit stagnant and a little bit cautious and didn't attack inside. So the end of the first half, I didn't think was great. But after halftime, again, a couple of adjustments, and the guys did a nice job executing that. I thought we were really good, especially in the beginning of the second half against the zone.
Okay, next question is from Joe Serrera. I hope I got your last name correct. Sorry, Joe.
You did. Don't worry about it. Perfect. Coach Haase, what was unique today about playing at an HBCU for Stanford?
Well, I thought it was a great opportunity for our guys. I think it's this summer was challenging for our team. It was challenging for our nation. And we engaged in a lot of conversations about social justice issues. And I think having the ability to play this game is meaningful. And the timing of it was meaningful. And, it potentially could lead into more conversations and things like that. But I think our guys understand and appreciate the opportunity, and it was neat they took advantage of it. And like I said, we were very appreciative of North Carolina A&T as well for letting us come in.
Is this something you would consider doing again in the future? I mean, I know the circumstances were unique, but is this something you would consider playing at other HBCUs?
I would. We've actually had, I've had conversations over the summer about this very topic, and obviously we didn't get one scheduled on the original schedule, but I'm certainly going to be open to the idea, and I think there's a lot that can be gained from this for everybody.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, next question is from Michael Roberson. Go ahead, Michael.
All right, well, Joe actually took my question. I actually attended an HBCU. I attended Tennessee State, actually with Rodney Harrington's mother. So you're a player last year. Yeah, Tennessee State. But my question would be, being that the significance of this game, and then you guys were up by 8 at halftime, did you have any miracle speech that got those guys going? Because they blew it open in the second half.
Yeah, I'm not very good at miracle speeches, but we did, to be honest with you, our guys want to do so well. The intent is so good, but that can also lead almost to frustration when things aren't going well. Obviously all of us have and will continue to have real challenges, and real adversity, and those we need to be able to lean on each other and handle those. But what I don't want to do is take every minor adversity, every minor setback, like missing a shot or having a bad call or something like that, derail us. And so we really talked about at halftime, just getting to the next play. Let's not, create something massive out of something that was very, very small. And we again talked about, let's know what the game plan is. Let's execute the game plan better. And I thought that was a good, maybe that was my miracle speech.
Next question is from RJ again. RJ, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I'm just curious with all the uncertainty, but in an ideal week, how many games would you get in between now and Sunday? And are you still optimistic that you guys are going to be in LA for the USC game in a week?
Well, I can't answer it because every day is just survive today. The goal is to get through today, and I'm going to enjoy this one until midnight, and then we're going to find a way to get through tomorrow. I'd love to play another game. We're going to work on it, see if we can make something happen. Lots of details, lots of challenges for every one of these games, and it's just the reality of the situation. Certainly planning on going to LA. That's the plan. We're going to execute that plan the best we can. But I've also kind of learned through this process, it's borderline silly to try and make plans for weeks, and maybe even days ahead, because we just know things are going to continue to change, and we need to be able to be flexible and evolve.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for your time. And then for everybody else, we have Oscar da Silva will come up next.
Thank you.
So thank you. We have Oscar da Silva here, and we'll just go right into questions. The first question will be from Michael Roberson. Go ahead, Michael.
How you doing, Oscar? Great game by you. 26, 8, 4, 2 blocks, 2 steals. You being from Germany, do you understand the significance and magnitude of today's game by a school of your stature playing at a HBCU?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I talked about it with some of my teammates beforehand with the coaching staff. Clearly I know about the history of the HBCUs and kind of their background. So I thought it was really special that at a time like this we could come out here and give them a game on their home court. And a shout out to them really for having us over. Shout out to North Carolina AT&T. I really appreciate them for making this work.
Next question will be from Joe Serrera. Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of piling on that one a little bit. Oscar, what was the experience like coming to an HBCU, hearing "Lift Every Voice and Sing" and the Star Spangled Banner? What was going through your mind with that?
It was cool. I mean, it was special, and I really kind of embraced that moment when we stood up there along the free throw line, and we heard that the Star Spangled Banner play for like, I don't know, it must have been like 4 or 5 minutes probably, so a lot longer than normally. And I mean, like it kind of goes through your head a little bit at that point in time, the significance of the game that we played. And again, like I'm really happy that we were able to make this work. And I know we engaged in some civil rights activities as a team throughout the summer and after we got back to campus. So this is a cool way to kind of keep that stone rolling.
Thank you so much. You had a great game. The folks here were really impressed.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, next question is from RJ Abadia. Go ahead, RJ.
Oscar, can you talk about the biggest differences between the end of the first half where the offense was a little bit of a struggle, and then the start of the second half when it looked like you guys were really comfortable moving the ball out there?
Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of a lid on the basket to end the first half. I think a lot of it had to do with me. Dejan and Bryce kind of got up in my ass a little bit during halftime, told me to be more aggressive and told me to keep going to the basket because, I'd scored like 3-4 times in a row beforehand in the first half. And then I kind of stopped being aggressive and tried to, find guys on the perimeter, find guys down low instead of looking for myself. And so I think that little change in mindset during halftime for me opened up the game for all of us because once I got more aggressive, people started paying more attention to me, and then we got more shots on the outside too, which was always a good byproduct. So I think just me being more aggressive kind of unlocked things a little bit.
And then what's this experience like for you? You're away from Stanford on a day-to-day basis. You don't know if it's a game day or not necessarily. And I know you're not in school right now, so maybe that helps a little bit. Just talk about what this is like, because it's kind of unprecedented.
Yeah, I mean, during winter break, actually, it's been kind of like this for us. At Stanford, they close the dorms, and we just move across the street to the hotel and spend time in the hotel. Obviously, we're on the road now, which is a little different, but we still hang out together. We go get dinner together. I played cards last night with Sam and OC. So we definitely spend time together, and it's just kind of like an extended road trip. And I think it's what you make out of it, and we're embracing it, and so it's working well. Also got great facilities, by the way. Like shout out to UNC Chapel Hill. That they're letting us use their facilities, and that's a really, really good situation.
All right, great. Next question is from Grant Avalon. Go ahead, Grant.
Oscar, you were able to get a lot of guys involved today, and I think that all 5 freshmen got a bucket at some point. Can you talk about the depth of this team and what that's going to mean moving forward?
Yeah, I think it was really important that they got time today on the court. I think, because we started off against really, really strong teams, maybe that hasn't been the case so far. So I think it was good for their confidence and, for their demeanor to get some experience on the court. And I'm really happy for them. I mean, they work really hard. I see them every day in the gym. And I was really happy for Max, the way that he shot the ball today. Really happy for Neil to get his first collegiate basket. So, I mean, they're doing the right things in time. I think they're going to be studs, all of them. So, yeah.
All right, we've got last question, Michael Roberson. Go ahead, Michael.
All right, Oscar, so since it's basically you guys are being sequestered to North Carolina, are you keeping tabs on what the women are going through also in Las Vegas? They're actually playing later on today.
Yeah. Who are they playing today?
Washington.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I saw they got a big win against UNLV, and I've been back and forth a little bit via text with them to keep tabs with them. But yeah, I mean, Santa Clara County is not the best spot for sports right now. I heard the 49ers moved to Arizona. Is that right? So yeah, I mean, sports teams are fleeing the Bay Area, but if you want to keep playing, that's what you got to do. And I think it's a sacrifice, but at the end of the day, we had a talk with our athletic director and Adam Schneeberger and Bernard Muir, where he went. We had a Zoom meeting and he went through every single one and kind of picked our brain on how we felt about being on the road and our desire to play. And I mean, all of us, we said that we worked really hard and we want to keep playing. We want to embrace the moment. And even if we're on the road, we're going to do whatever to show that, showcase our game and how hard we work in the off season. So.
All right, Oscar, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And that's it. All right.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Oscar.